So, Jacob, just a little overview again. I've got several stones to show you, and so you can take your time here. To review what we were saying, the D to G are the higher end here of the colors, and it's not until you get to J, K, and so on. Remember, though, that diamonds are graded for color upside down, not face up. And again, here with the clarity features, the Eternally Flawless VVS1, VVS2, this is your gem quality category. VS1, VS2, SI1, SI2, the are pretty much mainstream baseline, but you have to be very particular about what the inclusions look like. They're also based on size of the inclusion, number of them. So you could have, let's say, you could have, one inclusion here, or you could have several little pinpoints here. Size, number, location, brightness, darkness. But don't forget, we're going to put prongs on these diamonds, right? So what we're trying to do is harness the weight. We're trying to capture as much weight as possible from the crystal and get total internal reflection. So by doing so, by cutting a much brighter stone, we're going to have something really flashy and elegant. And it's also where the value goes. So these also illustrate where the weight of the stone is proportion to and what happens, leakage, and this stone would look smaller, okay? So there are a number of stones. I have a worksheet here for you of a number of stones that I've selected. And I have an ISI2. This is an incredible SI2. It's 8.5 and it's 26.6. We're going to look at that. We're going to look at a KSI1, which is very bright and very splashy. Very, very splashy. I also have, I'm showing somebody else, an L. I have an LVS. We can look at all of them. But for right now, I think, which is best suited for you, here's a stone. This is an ISI2, and this is a great SI2 because there's nothing in the center. There's a little feather over here on the side. It's eye clean. XXX, no fluorescence. And it's got a great make. This tells me all about the stone right here. And it's 2 carat and 40. 8.55 millimeters. So this is a very spurty stone. Now, this is a very good value as well, and I'll tell you why. Anybody else that would cut this stone would make it fat, if you will, and chunky, and not a XXX, because they're going to want to get it over the 2.5 millimeter or 2.5 weight. Every 25 points, a diamond goes into a different per carat category for pricing. So if we get this stone, this is a 2 carat and 40. If we get this to a 2 carat and 50, we can get a lot more money for it per carat. But this cutter decided to keep it under the 250 and give you a great stone. This is just a little grip that holds. I take a size 6, and just to give you an idea of scale, that's a fabulous looking stone. You've got a nice full 2.5 carat look, but you're only paying, it's like buying a jumbo, you're buying jumbo eggs and you're paying a medium size price. That's why the stone is so great. It's great value. This 240 ISI2, and this is 26.6. So let's put this guy down and look at the next one, which is a little bit bigger. This is a KSI1. And I told you I was going to show you the stones so that you could see the difference and see if you could tell any difference face up. I don't think so. But this KSI1 is 24,000. This is 8.9 millimeters. And it's a fabulous stone. Here's the grading on the KSI1. Beautiful, great outline. All the inclusions are very small and around, not eye visible. They're all eye clean. But that's what happens when you go from an 8.4 millimeter to a 2 carat and 70, right there. I have a 225 I'm going to show you, which is, this is the size right here. This is a JSI1. It's a little short, meaning it's only 8.2 millimeters. This is where you would have to go if you wanted to go into an H or an I. You'd have to go into this size. You're going to be at about 29 or 30,000. I will tell you that. You have a little grip. Can you find me another little grip? So I can put the 3 of them together. Let's see. This is for a bigger stone now. Okay. So here's an, thank you. Here's a J. If you want something whiter, not whiter, whiter, to be in the 29,000 range or so, 30,000, you're going to have to go a little bit smaller. Now this is a J. It's a J, and it's a 225, and it's an SI1, also XXX. So you can see, you really can't tell because they're so beautiful face up. I don't think you want to go smaller and go H or so. I think you want a little bit something fuller. Okay? So let's kick him out. The 240 and the 270 still show up beautifully. This is the L, I have an LVS1. Just to give you an idea, I'm not saying this is for you. This was for another client. But I wanted to put this next to it so you can see that when they're made so beautifully, you can't see the color. This is a great stone. 278. Here's the 278. Here's the 240. And here's the 270. This is the L. And this is the K. So you're getting a lot of stone for 24,000. Mountings, I have several. I also have a 2 carat and 50. That's 8.6 for 21,000. But I think you wanted something a little bit bigger. These over here, I'm going to scoot over. Plenty of settings here. This would be something with a lot of side melly. That looks gorgeous. Just gorgeous. This is all platinum. And you have a nice cascading drop. But this might be about 4,500 all platinum and with that, which you don't have to do, but you got to decide how much you want to put toward the setting and how much you want to put towards the diamond. Here's a smaller version with just a little bit of mellies on the side. This is strictly a 6-prong solitaire. And you see how that pops on a hand. Looks like a rock. And this 270 SI1, by the way, either of them, the 240 or the 270. There's no visible inclusions. And here's another 4-prong setting. So let me just go through this again. I can show you the 2.5, the 251. This is a K, SI1. This 251 is 21,000. This is a 251. And this is the 240. Just beautiful. So let's recap. This is my little worksheet. And I was looking for some other stones for you, but you can see the 260, the 220 GSI2s were going up into the, I did find one, but this is working. But that's going to be 2 carat and 20, and that's a little small for you. That looks like the 2 carat and 25 I have here. And I don't think you're going to like that. That would be this one, after seeing the bigger stones. So I didn't, and somebody's looking at that. So we have the 270, the 240, the 251, and some of these others were either working or I didn't like something. This one, for example, had an inclusion dead center, and I knew you were going to be able to see it, so I passed. So just take a little bit of time, go over this again, and let me know your thoughts and what direction you want to go into. Either look at some of these, or look at more mountings, or tell me where you want to drive the budget. Okay? I hope this helped. I'm sure any one of these would be fantastic. Looks great when it's just by itself, too. And you can do whatever you want to for the diamond band. So let me know your thoughts. Have a great weekend if I don't speak to you, okay? All right, bye, Jane.